Steve here. Today we're stepping away from the platform and looking at a movie called The Big Short. If you want to understand the soul of the financial markets and why I tell you to be careful every morning, you need to know this story. It's about the year 2008, when the entire world economy almost hit zero. It all started because people forgot one simple rule. If something sounds too good to be true, it's usually a scam. The core of the problem was the big lie, the housing bubble. Back in 2005, everyone believed housing prices could only go up. It was marketed as the ultimate, quote, safe bet for investors and homeowners alike. The reality was banks were giving mortgages to anyone with a pulse, often called ninja loans. No income, no job, no assets. Michael Burry, the main character of the story, was one of the few who actually read the fine print. He realized these high-risk loans were junk, and the entire market was a ticking time bomb. To understand Burry's play, we need to simplify three key financial terms from the film. First, the mortgage-backed security, or MBS, which is simply a giant bag filled with thousands of people's home loans. Next, the CDO, or collateralized debt obligation. This was a bag made from the trash left over from other MBS bags, like throwing old fish into a seafood stew to hide the rotten taste. Burry didn't just walk away, he made a massive, crazy bet on the market's failure. This is called buying the insurance. The instrument he bought was a credit default swap, or CDS. Think of a CDS as an insurance policy. If the house is defaulted, he got paid big time. The banks thought Burry was foolish, but he knew the math. Eventually, those teaser rates on the adjustable mortgages would expire, and people would be forced to default. Burry spent years paying millions in premiums while everyone called him a fool. But then, in 2008, the music finally stopped. When those rates jumped, people defaulted. The bags of loans became worthless, and the global housing market collapsed. The big banks that had laughed at Burry suddenly realized they owed him billions, money they didn't have to pay out. The ultimate lesson of The Big Short isn't about greed, it's about research. The guys who won were the ones who looked at the data when everyone else was just partying. You don't need a medical degree like Michael Burry to succeed. You just need to be willing to look at the blocks when everyone else is following the hype. Stay smart, do your homework, and I'll see you at the open.